Started. Yes. So we were left with these many DAX functions to be covered. So we'll start from the first one, which is if. Yeah. So what is if or switch? It is used to add a conditional column or a conditional measure. Yeah. So how do you use that? Okay. So let's take an example wherein I need to find out that if um, product is equal to VTT, or if segment is equal to channel partners or something like that, then give me this results. Yeah. So like this, if you want to write the if else statements, you can use the if or the switch function. Yeah. So how do you write that? Okay. So here again, I would need row by row results, right? So row by row results. So then what we will do is we will create a calculated column. Yeah. So let's create a calculated column and a financial sample. Let's see. Let's do it for discount band. Okay. Discount band if. Yeah, so I will say if discount band is equal to high, then give me 3. Yeah. So how I am writing it, if you see, this is my logical test. Yeah. If this is true, that means if discount band is equal to high, then it would give me 3. Then if it is not high, if it is medium, yeah. So let's say discount band is equal to medium, then I need 2. And if discount band is equal to low, then give me 1. Yeah. If any of this result doesn't match, then give me none. Okay. I'm sorry. See, what I'm doing is for the text values, I need a number output. So my else output should also be number. Yeah, that's why it is giving you an error. So I'll say 0. Yeah. So I hit enter. It would create the calculated column. Now, if I use it in a table, yeah, again, it would give me the total of each. Yeah. So that's why I just need to do don't summarize here. Yeah. And you'll be able to see the numbers. Okay. High, medium, low, and none. Yeah. Here, how to use if statement. It's very easy. Now, the same way you can use switch. Yeah. So here, if you see, for each else statement, we have to write a new if, right? And then this is the alternate result, right? These are the alternate results, right? Now, instead of if, what if I use switch? Yeah. So what is if stands for? That if this condition is true, then give me the results. Yeah. If this condition is true, then give me the results. If this condition is true, then give me the results. Yeah. So switch, what you can do is you can write the same thing, get the same output. Yeah. But there you don't have to write multiple ifs. Only one single DAX function called as switch, and you will get the results. Okay. So we'll do that. Instead of if, we will use switch. Okay. Then I will say switch needs an expression. So I'll say true values. Yeah. Take the true values and then apply the condition. Okay. So I will remove the if. I don't need that anymore. Yeah. and these many brackets also is not required. Yeah. So what does this true means is, yeah, in switch, there is a different condition. Yeah. It again goes through the same true or false conditions and then gives you the results. Yeah. But if nothing matches, yeah, if all these doesn't match, then for all the true results, it would apply a zero. Okay, that's what switch is. Yeah. In if, what we were doing is the false condition was being applied. Yeah. Like if it is, if I don't find discount band high, low, or medium, then it would go ahead and apply none. Yeah. In this case, for all that you have entered here, if it is not from this particular condition, yeah, then for all the true values, like if you have blank or something, that it would ignore that and it would only apply for the true values, the zero. Okay, that's the difference. Now if I hit enter, the output, the output would remain the same. There would be no difference. Yeah. If you see, it still gives 3 for high, 2 for medium, 1 for low, and 0 for none. Yeah. If you would have blank values, switch would ignore that. Yeah. But if would apply 0 for that as well. Okay. So that's the difference between using if and switch. Okay. Clear till here? Okay. Next one is format. Yeah. Now, what is format? Format means we have seen it already. Like if you click on a particular column, we can format it here. Yeah. Same way, you can write a function to format the values. Yeah. Again, to format it, I will use, let's say, date function. Yeah. Now, in our date calculations, we saw that um, we can extract the day, month, quarter, year, or the date values in the date format, week number, weekday, but we cannot extract the month name or the day name, right? So for that, we already know that in the Power Query editor, we can do that using date transformation. But if you want to do it with the calculation, you can use format. Yeah. How you can use it is, let's say I'll create a new column. Okay. I'll call it as format. Yeah. So I can say format. Yeah, that is the DAX function. I'll use the date field and then apply the format. To get the full month name, the format is uppercase M and the lowercase 3 times M. Yeah. If you enter 4 characters, it would give you the full name. So I use it here. You can see it, it will give you the complete month name. If you just want the short month name, just remove one M. So 3 characters would give you the first 3 characters. Similarly, if you want the day name, yeah. So 3 times D means short form. If you want the full name, just enter one more. Yeah. And then you can play with it. Yeah. Let's say DD space the day, then space month and the year. There you go. Okay. If I remove this, whatever format I need, I can get that. Right? If I just need the month, okay, that's what format is. Yeah. Now to take an advanced example of format, let's use a small table that we will. Okay. So I'll say category and I have values. Okay. So I have category A, category B, category C. Yeah. Now my category A has values in thousands. Okay. Category B has value in percentages. Okay. And the category C has values in numbers. Okay. Let's load the small table. Now, let's take that table. Okay. Sometimes this kind of requirements would also come. Okay. Now, if you see, I have the values and I have category. Okay. What I need is I need the category A to be shown in thousands. Yeah. So the display unit should be 1,000. Category B should be displayed as a percentage, and category C should be represented or displayed as it is. Yeah, 350, the whole number. I don't need the decimal as well. Yeah. So here what I'm saying is based on the category, my format of the value will change. Yeah. But if can I do that straightforward? Let's see that. So if I go to specific column, yeah, I'll use values. Okay. Now I need to apply the display units. Yeah. So if I say thousands, what will happen? Only the first one would come correct, right? The other two is not giving us correct because category B was supposed to be in percentage, right? And category C, it should give me the whole number for it, right? But it is not giving me. It is also turning that two values into thousands, right? Which is incorrect, right? So in this case, what I can do is I can apply format DAX function here. Yeah. So what I will do is I will create a calculated column wherein I will say if category is equal to A, then format the value in thousands. If category is equal to B, then format the value in percent. If category is C, format the value in whole number. Yeah, this is how I would do it. So in that case, what I will do is I'll create a calculated column here. Yeah. Now here I'm going to use if and format together. Yeah. Also value formatted. Okay. So I'll say if category is equal to A, then format my value into thousand. So what is the thousand format? 00. Do I need decimal? I just need like this, right? Dot 00. So these zeros would be replaced with the actual numbers. Okay. Then I'll say A. That's it. So my category A is formatted in thousands. Let's do the next line. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste this so that I just need to change the values. Yeah. Category B. Now category B, I need it in percentage. Yeah. So for the format percent has two formulas. Either you enter if you need it in decimal like this. Okay. You can do it like this. Okay. If you don't need decimal, just remove one decimal from here, one. Yeah. If you need it in whole number, you can do it like this. Or it's simple. You can write percent. Okay. So this is the easiest one, percent. So it will take the system format for percentage. Okay. Let's do the next one, which is category C. So category C, I just need it in whole number, right? So I'll remove everything. That's it. Hit enter, your value is green. Yeah. But here there is a problem. Let's see that. What's the problem here? Let's see. Oh, sorry. See, so I forgot to close the brackets everywhere. That's why it's only giving for one, not the others. Yeah. Now, if you see, I got the desired format for category B and category C, right? B is now in percentage, C is now in whole number, right? But for category A, yeah, I wanted it to also convert it into thousands, right? What it has done is it took the actual value and added K to it, right? What I wanted was it wanted to be converted into thousands, right? So in that case, yeah, remember whenever you need to convert a value into a display unit like thousands, millions, billions, or trillions, you need to make sure you divide that value into thousands, yeah, before formatting it into thousands. Okay, so I'll divide this one, divide the values by 1000. alternate results here. When you do this, then only you will get the correct results. Yeah. So now I can remove values, and this is what I wanted. Yeah. So category A displays in thousand, B in percentage, and C in whole number. Yeah. Understood this? Any queries, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Then is contain string. That is the last one. Okay. Now we saw format. Let's say what is contain string. Yeah. Contain string is equivalent to when we apply a text condition, right? So here we have basic filtering. We apply advanced and we say contain, right? This contain is the same contain string here. Yeah. Now let's say I have the table financial sample and I have this column product. Yeah. I have this product column, right? Now from this product column, what I need is if the product column contains R alphabet, yeah, R, or let's say AR, yeah. So if product contains AR, then give me the product name or else give me blank. This is the condition that I need to apply. So I can use that here. Yeah. Again, it's a text output, row by row output. So I'll use a calculated column. Yeah. I will use again the contain string. Yeah. Okay. So I'll say I will use contain string with if. Yeah. So I'll say if contain string. Yeah. Within text. What is the within text product column? What is the text we are finding? AR, right? So I will say if this is true, that means if AR is there in my product values, then return me the product name or else return me blank. Hit enter. If I use it here, you will see wherever AR is present, it is giving you the values. Yeah. If I say SE instead of AR. Yeah. And it's not restricted to only 2 characters. You can search for any text in any of the columns. Yeah. And let's say instead of blank, I'll say I need a static value, not found. So this would be the results. Yeah. So contain string is nothing but it will search for a specific text or some characters. Yeah. So you can use it using if. Okay. Clear till here, everyone? Any questions for all that we have seen till now?
सर अगर स्विच में अगर सर ट्रू नहीं लेंगे तो क्या होगा?
वो फॉर्मूला कर ही नहीं पाएंगे हम. लेट्स सी. सो अगर मैं ट्रू नहीं लेता एरर देगा. तो यहाँ पे ट्रू या फिर कोई मेजर यूज करना जरूरी है, जैसे कि आई विल से इट डजंट होल्ड एनी वैल्यू बट एक्सप्रेशन लेना जरूरी है. सी व्हाट इट इज डूइंग, यहाँ पे हमने नंबर मेजर लिया जो यूजफुल नहीं है. इट इज गिविंग यू एन, सो द बेस्ट इज यूजिंग द ट्रू रिजल्ट.
सर यहाँ पे ऐसा हो रहा है ना, डिस्काउंट ब्रांड अगर हाई है तो 3, लेकिन उसमें हमने स्विच में तो ऐसा होता है ना, कंडीशन चेक किया उसके बाद अगर वो ट्रू हुआ तो जो हमें प्रिंट करना है वो उस पर डायरेक्टली स्विच करते हैं वो एक्सप्रेशन पे.
हाँ तो वही हो रहा है
यहाँ पे कैसे हो रहा है, मतलब फॉर्मूला कैसे वर्क कर रहा है?
सिंपल है. अगर हाई है तो वो 3 देगा. नेक्स्ट स्विच केस वो सर्च कर रहा है, अगर मीडियम रहेगा तो 2 देगा, लो रहेगा तो 1 देगा। अगर ये तीनों भी नहीं मिल रहा है उसको, सो बाय डिफॉल्ट कंडीशन हो जाएगी 0।
हाँ बट तीनों
डिफॉल्ट
क्यों चेक
कंडीशन के
करेगा
लिए
वो?
0 देगा। तीनों यहाँ से स्टार्ट करेगा चेक करना।
हाँ बट वो तो इफ में होता है ना, ये हुआ तो एल्स, फिर वो सेकंड कंडीशन ऐसे चेक करते हैं। बस स्विच में कैसे होता है कि कंडीशन देते हैं, अगर वो ट्रू हुआ तो ये, फॉल्स हुआ तो डायरेक्टली 0।
हाँ, यहाँ पे वही हो रहा है कि अगर मेरी वैल्यू ट्रू है फॉर दिस कंडीशंस, यहाँ पे हम स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं, अगर मैं ये कोई कंडीशन स्पेसिफाई ना करूँ तो डायरेक्टली सारे कंडीशंस के लिए वो 0 दे देगा अगर ट्रू है तो।
ठीक है।
All right, now let's see the filter examples. Okay. To look at the filters, let's use some slicers. So I have a slicer here, country. I'll keep this here. Okay. Product. Segment. Let's rename this. Okay. And let's use discount band as well. Discount band. Okay. Okay. Now let's say that I am showing it by product. Okay. So product by gross sales in a table. Let's increase the font. Okay. Now, let's say that I have this small table. Yeah. Now, what is filter functions? In filter, we have already seen filter with SumX. Yeah. We will see all these examples. Okay. All except all cross filter. Yeah. Remove filters and keep filters and is filtered and then all selected. Yeah. All right. Now, this measure that you see gross sales, if I select something, what happens? It filters that value, that specific value, right? Now, before we move to the filter functions, let's see one term for the filters called as direct filter and a cross filter. What is direct filter? Here, what is the dimension that we have in this table? What is the dimension that we have in the table? In this specific table, the dimension is
Product and gross sale, your product, sorry.
Yep. Now, this product, if I have the same slicer, the same dimension in the slicer, yeah. If I select caret error, what is happening? Only caret error is selected and the filtered value is giving for caret error, right? So this is called as a direct filter when the dimension is same, yeah, and it is directly filtering the values, correct? But here I can see gross sales by product. I select Canada, values changes, right? Now these values are all related to the country Canada, right? When I select the country Canada, I can see the results here. So that means Canada is acting as a cross filter for this table. Yeah. When you have the same dimension, in simple words, I'm explaining it. And if you have same dimension, then it's a direct filter. if you are selecting some other dimension, but it is affecting your values in this table, or if it is affecting the dimensions as well in this table, then it is called as a crossfill. Okay, clear for these two terms, direct and cross? Yeah. Now let's see the examples, all except all crossfill. Yeah. So to explain this, we will create measures. Okay. Now my output would be numbers. So I will be using a measure. Okay. So let me create a measure. I will say gross sales all. Okay. So again, as this is the filters, I will be using it in calculate. Yeah. Remember, calculate is the major function wherein we can filter the values. Okay, so I'm taking the total of gross sales because that's here. Yeah, then I will apply the filter called as all. Yeah. Now in all, what is it asking? It is asking you the table or the column name. Okay. So first let's see if I apply the table name, what will happen? Yeah. So my measure is created. Let's use it here. Yeah. Now if you see what it is giving you for each of the products, it is giving you the total. Yeah. As we have used the table directly in the filter, what will this measure gives you is it will give you the total of gross sales for the complete table as a filter. Yeah. But will this filter get affected by the filters that is there? Will this filtered measure be affected? Let's see. So I select Canada. You can see that the original measure gets affected, but the measure that you created is unchanged. I do a direct filter. Right now, I tried a cross filter. Let's try a direct filter. It still doesn't get affected. It's still giving you the total. Yeah. If you select anything else, still the same result. Right? So what does that mean? If you want to create a static total of the complete table, yeah, then you can use all. Yeah. All with a table name. It means it will not get filtered by any of the values or any of the filter from the related table. Okay. If I use a column instead of a table name, what will happen? Let's see. So I will select segment. Okay. Segment. Now what is happening is it is getting filtered for product, right? It is giving you similar kind of results as the original measure. Let's see. I select Germany. It is still getting affected. Remember this measure I created now is using the segment column. Okay. So we'll come to segment. I select product, it gets filtered. If I select segment, it remains as it is. Yeah. So if you want to defilter something, when I say defilter, that means if you don't want that measure to be filtered by a specific column or by a table, then you can use all. That is what we come to know. How I can say that is, if you see the measure, I had used segment in the all section. So what is happening when I'm selecting a segment, this measure is not getting filtered. For all the others, it is getting filtered. See, right? For all the other things, it is getting filtered apart from the segment. Yeah, any segment you select, it won't get filtered. Okay. Yeah. Clear, everyone? What is an all DAX function? Let's see what is all except. Yeah, so I'm going to use the same measure. I'll say all except. Now here it specifically asks the table name first. So I'll enter the table name, then the column name. Let's use segment again. Yeah, all except is opposite to all. When I say opposite, then what will happen? It will only get filtered by segment, but not the others. If you see, I select segment, you will see that's total for segment. Yeah. See, it starts getting filtered for the sector. But if I select something else, it will remain as it is. Yeah. So there are two things. Yeah. All you can use it either with a table or a column name. Yeah. So whatever you use inside all, it will deactivate for that particular column or that particular table. When I say deactivate means it will not filter any further. Okay. If you use all except, if you use all except, then what will happen? For whatever column you have added in that measure, for that only it will filter. Yeah. Clear for both of these? All except and all? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Next is all cross filter. Yeah. So cross filter, we already know what it is. Let's see what happens here. All cross filtered financials. Yeah. So here you only have the capability to enter a table name, nothing else. Yeah. And what is all cross filtered? It is same as all. Yeah. All with the table name. Yeah. So it will not get filter for any of the dimension, whatever you try. Yeah. So here all cross filtered will disable all the selections from the slicers. Okay. So all cross filter is equivalent to all. Yeah. Let's move to the next one. Remove filters. I'll use the remove filters here. Yeah. So here, what is my IntelliSense? What does it need in remove filters? Let's see. So yeah. So table name or column name. Yeah. So let's use country this time. Okay. So what is happening? Now it will give you the filtered result for each, but not for country. That is what remove filters. Yeah. Equivalent to all, but with column name. Yeah. So if you use remove filters, what will happen? For the column that you have selected, for that particular column, it would be deactivated, that is disabled. Yeah. But for the others, it would start filtering the values. Okay. Yeah. That is what remove filters is. Similarly, we have keep filters. Okay. So what is keep filters? Okay. So what is keep filters? Let's see that. Let's first see the IntelliSense. I'll use country is equal to, let's say, Germany. Okay. So here what is happening is it will keep the values for Germany. Okay. So here you have to specify a value after equal to, okay, or maybe in also you can do. Okay. So how will you do that is you can use the column and then enter the value. So if you see here, if I select Germany, this is what the result is that you are getting here. Yeah. So keep filters acts similar to what you have in SumX. Yeah. So if you want to filter that particular measure for a specific country or a specific value, you can do that. Yeah. So let's say I select Canada here. Yeah. For that, it would again disable. That's why I specifically said it acts as a SumX. Yeah. Now here by default, it is giving you the values for Germany. Yeah. So if you select a product or a segment, it is going to give you the values related to that, but filtered for the country Germany. Yeah. That's what keep filters is. Okay. Yeah. Then is filtered. Yeah. What is filtered? Is filtered is nothing but it checks true or false if something is selected from a filter or a slice. Okay. And then all selected, it would give you all the related values for a specific column that you add into that measure. Okay. Let's see an example for it. Yeah. So let's say I have some visualizations. Okay. So from financial sample, I have cost by date. I'll say average cost. Okay. So I have a measure. I have a visual like this. Then I have a visual like this. Yeah. And I have a small table. In that table, I have few measures. Okay. So I have these three visualization. Yeah. Now what I need to do is I don't need to show all the values by default. Yeah. What I need is I only want to show all these three visualizations when I select something from the country slicer. Yeah. And if I don't select anything from the country slicer, everything should go blank. Yeah. Understood the condition? The condition is everything should go blank and it should only give me the values when I have selected a country from the slicer. If I don't select anything, then it should be blank. The visual should be blank by default. Okay. So how do you do that is you build a measure wherein you will check whether the slicer value is selected or not. Yeah. So to check that slicer value, you will use is filtered. Yeah. Is filtered will return you an output of true or false. Yeah. So when will this is filtered return false? When nothing is selected from the country. Okay. When something is selected from the country slicer, this DAX function would give you true. Yeah. So what I will do is I will generate an output based on is filtered. I will say that if is filtered is true, then give me one or else give me zero. And then I will use that as a filter, as a visual level filter for this visualization. So I will say if that measure equal to one, then only show me this. Yeah, I will filter this visualizations for that measure equals to one. So when this will be one, when I select something here. If it is not one, then it will give me blank. Yeah. Let's see how we can create that measure. Okay. So I'll create a measure. I'll call it as visual fill. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is I'll use calculate. Yeah. Now my measure would be dynamic. Okay. So I will say if is filtered, which column? Country column. Okay. So if my value is selected from this country column, then give me one or else return me zero. Okay. This is my measure. Yeah. This I need for all that is related to country column. That is what all selected is. Close the bracket, hit enter, the measure would be created. Now, what I can do is for each of the visualization, I will use this measure and I will say is one and I'll apply the filter. You'll see it turning blank. I'll do the same thing here as well. Is one, apply the filter. Okay. For the table visual as well, I'll do the same thing. is 1. Okay. So what will happen in this scenario? Everything is going blank, right? When it will give me the value only and only when I select something from the slicer. That also from the country slicer, right? Why country slicer? Because we had given the condition that check whether the country is filtered or not. That means the country is selected or not. Yeah. So if it is selected, then only it returns 1. And the visual level filter for each of the visuals that we have applied is 1, right? That is why if I select product, it still gives you blank. Yeah. If I select segment, it still gives you blank. Yeah. Let's see that whether we can do this. Yeah. So if I select the country, then only the product slicer should populate. Can I do that? Let's see that as well. I'll say is 1, apply the filter. It turns blank. Yeah. So it seems to be a very interactive now. Yeah. So if I select Canada, product comes, then I can select product. Yeah. See how it works, right? Then I can go ahead and build in the same way that if I select product, then only segment slicer should appear. If I select segment, then only the discount band slicer should appear like that. Okay. Understood this is filtered and all selected. Any queries, anyone? Okay.
No, sir.
All right. Let's go to the table functions. Yeah. One of the table functions we have already seen, which is the date, the calendar table, right? By using the calendar function, we can create a calendar table, right? Using another DAX functions like distinct, add columns, selected columns, yeah, you can create a calculated column. Yeah, you can also use union. I forgot to mention union. Yeah, union is equivalent to append that you do. Yeah, in Power Query Editor, you can do append, right? Same way you can do union here. Yeah, so let's see all the 4 examples. To create a table, we already know we can go to modeling, new table. Okay, let's say I will create um, a master table for product. Yeah, I'm creating a dimension table for product. Let's say product. I'll call it as names. Yeah. So here, what I can do is okay. Here, what I can do is I can use distinct, and I'll say a product from financials table. Right. That's it. Hit enter. If I see the results, I can see the product name. Right. The distinct product names. Yeah. Similarly, let's take that instead of distinct, what if I need to create a table with the manual values that are there? Yeah. And I can do some expressions as well. Yeah. So I'll say add columns. Okay. I will say add columns from financial sample. Yeah. I will give this column a name. I will say column 1. Okay. In this column 1, what I need is I need distinct of segment. Yeah. Then I will add another column. Yeah. So I can create an aggregate table like this. Okay. So another column, I would say average of sales. Okay. This is the second column. Sorry. I accidentally hit enter. Yeah. So my second column is average of sales, which would return me average of sales. Where did we go wrong? A table of multiple values was supplied. Let's say instead of add columns, if I say select. Yeah, I don't use distinct. I think the aggregate table results is not giving us correct values. Yeah. And I will say, if I say here distinct, that will happen. Okay. So distinct of the columns here, and here I can say no. So this was correct. Not the bracket. Yeah. But here it is not giving you the average for each of the related ones. No, I think we are missing something. Let me recall. If you want to create an aggregate table, yeah, sure. The aggregate table is group by. Yeah, we can use group by. Yeah. So we sort select columns and add columns. Select columns would select it. Add columns would add another column with a column name that you need. If I use group by, and I'll say financials table. Here, if I add a name, let's say column one. Here I need distinct of segment. Yeah, group by table name one. Can this be a column? Yes. So here I'll say segment and average of, oh, here it is opposite. I think we are missing something. 1 second. So group by table name, group by column name one. So here we need to add the column name. So I'll say column one. So why do it say column name? If I select segment, comma, sales. Let's see what this will return. It doesn't return you the, I need average of sales. Column name as argument 3. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. I think I'm not following the IntelliSense correctly. Let's see that. Yeah, now is the expression. So if I say average gross sales, let's give it like this is average of gross sales. Let's give it a name. Now I should give the results. Yeah. It is not giving. Okay. I think what I was missing was the current group. Yeah. Okay. So I added the table, then the dimension, then the name for it, and then I need to use average X here so that I have the expression correct, and then the total. Let's see now. Yes, there you go. Yep. So like this, you can create a group by table without going to the backend. Okay. So you can see that the first column name is taking by default. That is for the table name underscore column name. Okay. And then you have the column one. I can, instead of column one, we can say average of gross sales here. Okay. I can hit enter and I will get the results. Let's restrict it to 1 decimal. Yeah, we can rename this as well. I'll say segment like this. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So like this, we can create a group by table using group by that function. Okay, so you can go ahead and add n number of columns. Yeah, if you want. Okay, but this is how you create a group by table. So what I was missing was the DAX function current group. Yeah, what does this current group gives us is that for this existing dimension, the group that we have selected here, yeah, for that give me the average. Yeah, and then I can change it to minimum x, maximum x, let's say min x. Yeah, so what will this do is for each of the segment it will give me the minimum. Yeah, like this. Okay. Average x. Okay. Now, so distinct select columns, add columns is done. Last one is union. Yeah. What is union? Now we know that we have two tables with the same columns, right? Which is financials. This is coming from our local Excel file, and the same version of it we took from the SharePoint, right? The financial sample. So what I can do is I can make union of both of them. Yeah, that means I can append one of them, one above the other. Yeah, one below the other. And while trying to do the union, I can also select the columns. Yeah, so you cannot do here like you select 4 columns from table 1 and 5 columns from table 2. Yeah, it will not allow that. The DAX function only allows the number of columns that you're selecting from the first. Same number of columns should be selected from the second. Yeah. So let's try to do that instead of group by. I'll keep this group by for your reference. I'll create a new table. Okay. New table. I'm sure we need to create. I will say union table. Okay. So I'm going to use union. Table 1 is my financial sample. Yeah. Table 2 is my financials. Okay. If I do it like this, it will union each other. But if you see here, each table argument of union must have the same number of columns. Yeah. So there are 1 or 2 columns here or there. That's why it is not allowing us. So what we will do is instead of adding the table names, I'll say select columns. Yeah. So from the first table, financial sample, I'll select country. We need to give the column name first, okay? Country. In this country, I'll select the country from financials table, right? Then the second column, I would say profit. Okay. And I will then again populate the product column from financials table, financial sample. Yeah. Let's call a measure as well. So I'll say profit. Yeah. And call the profit column. So this is done. This is your table one, right? Similarly, add the table two. Yeah. That's a financials. Okay. And I have the same name there as well. So I'll keep it like this. So in financials, we don't have product. That's strange. What is the name there then? Let's see. Product financials. Yeah, it is there. And then profit. Okay. So here my table expression comes to an end. I'll hit enter. There you go. Yeah. So here it would union both the tables together. Yeah. How did I union it? By using selected columns. Yeah. If I want the complete table to be union, I need to make sure both of the column has the same column names and the same column numbers. If it doesn't have that, then it won't give you the desired result. Okay. Yeah. Clear till here? So with this, we complete the DAX calculation, that is data modeling, right? So we have learned many important functions from this. Yeah. Apart from this, there are more other functions which are very rarely used. This one that we have selected was the most common used. Yeah. So irrespective of the domains, in common, in general, what all major DAX functions are there that we have covered. Yeah. Which will help you eventually to try the new functions as well. Yeah. If you want to view all the functions, the list, you can just go to the Google. You can say DAX functions space Power BI. When you do that, we land up to this docs.microsoft.com. Okay. So here you will see all the functions are available under this DAX functions section. Yeah. I will give you a PDF file for the same. I will copy that in this batch 38 folder. Okay. Let me do that right away. Or what I will do is I'll give you the documents, all the PDF files directly. Okay. Where have I kept it? Yeah, Power BI material. Okay. So I'm sharing this URL right away. This URL consists all the topics that we have covered and documented in PPT files, all the PDF files for DAX functions and the other Power BI topics. Okay. So here it is. Use this. I will also add this to our WhatsApp group. Okay. This is the documentation. Yeah. Now, as we have completed the DAX calculations today, I